Hey guys, Mr. C here. As always, smash that subscribe button so we can grow the channel. But we're going to do factoring difference of squares. Remember, difference of squares here, difference means we're subtracting, and we need to be able to take the square root of A and C. So, just go over a few things. Perfect squares would be like 1 or, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, etc., etc., etc. Okay, like 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, stuff like that. So, again, trying to make the video short here. So, we're going to take the square root of the first term. This is going to goes first in both sets of parentheses. Second term, second part, and then we're going to make one addition and one subtraction. Again, these parentheses are going to be like this: x plus whatever, excuse me, whatever number. Sorry, I went to Little Japan earlier. And, x minus a number. Remember, these were called conjugates. And the cool thing about conjugates is there's no middle term. See, we don't have a b. Where's that b? I don't know. Ooh, just looking at this stuff. Don't forget, we always check for the greatest common factor. So, looking at this problem, let's see, let's move it down a little bit. We're going to check for greatest common factor. That's right, in class we said there was 9. So 9, 81 divided by 9 is 9. Bring down the x squared. And then negative 36 divided by 9 is negative 4. We'll put this guy on the back burner, but we will focus on this. Let's see, need some more space. So, and as always, pause the video as you need to. But we're going to set it up by doing parentheses first. I'll go ahead and bring that 9 down. Excuse me. Let's see. And just change colors real quick so I can talk. Again, take the square root of 9, and that's 3. Take the square root of x squared, and that's x. And then take the square root of 4, that's 2. And make one positive and one a minus. Or, addition, subtraction. And that's it. And in class, we had a worksheet we knocked out real quick, so I'm just going to do a couple of those problems. Well, don't know why that's there. All right. So don't laugh. I accidentally posted the wrong questions. But, for example, if we just took a look at one, well, set up your parentheses. Quickly checking, there is no greatest common factor. So start taking the square root of things. What's the square root of 25? 5. What's the square root of b squared? B. What's the square root of 4? 2. One's plus, one's minus. Again, we'll look at 2 real quick. Set it up by doing the parentheses first. What's the square root of v squared? V. What's the square root of 36? 6. And make one plus and make one minus. That's about it. Again, check greatest common factor. And then, set up your parentheses, take square root of the first, second term, etc. And that's about it. Let's look at grouping. Again, trying to make the video short. Now we did the riddles in class. Grouping, and just like it says, we're going to group a couple terms together and then pull out the greatest common factor. Okay? As always, I would like to thank our sponsor. What's laying around in my classroom? The rolly chair at the standing table. Good old rolling chairs. And as always, smash that subscribe button. Anyway, just like it says, grouping, we are going to first check for greatest common factors. We don't see any. Next, we are going to make sure it's in standard form. And again, it is. So, go ahead and start grouping. Group the first 2 and the last 2. Notice I'm including the sign for that 1, 2, 3, that third term. Okay? Let's get these out of the way. So, focusing on the first 2, what can I factor out? That's right, 7. And we pick the smallest variable, n squared. So 7n squared. 35 divided by 7 is 5. Remember, it's like you subtract exponents. 3 minus 2 is 1. We don't need to put the 1 there. And anything divided by itself is just 1. Bing, bang, boom. Second term. We're done with the first two. Excuse me, we're done with the first two. Now we're going to look at the last two. And again, you see what you can pull out of each one. I'm thinking 3 here. Okay, so I'm just going to put a plus 3 right there. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And then you just bring the n down. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And in class we discussed, whoops, let me pick green or something. These parentheses need to be the exact same thing, because it's like we're doing distributive property in reverse. This does check out. They are the same. Whoops, my screen jumped up. I think I hit the button. So we're just going to bring this guy down and then bring this guy down, because it is like the distributive property in reverse. And when I mean in reverse, you'll see here in a second that it's like we were distributing the terms if we look at this backwards. I would hold the computer upside down, but I don't know if that's going to matter while we're recording, which, yeah, just rotates it, but I don't even know if you see it rotating, honestly. But anyway, let's move on to the second example. So, again, we are grouping. Pause the video so you can copy the problem, and then start it back up. Or pause the video and try it out on your own. And then, hit play and see if you get the right answer. But we're going to group the first two. Remember, include the sign. Well, let me erase that so it doesn't get in our way. Well, I managed to erase all of it, but oh well. Look at the first two. It's going to be 6k squared. 6k squared. Last two is going to be 5. So 6k squared. Cancel, cancel. We'll just have 1k. 36 divided by 6 is 6. Negative 36 divided by 6. K squareds cancel. So we need to hope we get this guy again over here. You did pull out a 5. So 5 and 5, that's just k. Negative 30 divided by 5 is negative 6. Indeed, they are the same. So 6k squared plus 5. And then bring down the k minus 6. Bing, bang, boom. All done. I don't know why I started saying that. Whoa, dub, dub, dub. I really don't know. Again, pause the video. Try this next one out. Be careful. Foreshadowing. Alright, we're back. So, again, group. Remember, that parentheses needs to go right here. You got to include the sign, even though I just wrote all over it. There we go. So, first two terms would be 3n squared. Okay. So 3n squared, parentheses. Cancel, cancel. 3 minus 2 is just the 1n. 30, no, not 32. What am I saying? 21 divided by 3 is 7. Cross those guys out. So, yeah, that makes sense. Now, foreshadowing. If I just pulled a 2 out, I would get a negative n minus 7. This would not match this parentheses. So, we need to pull out a negative 2. We need to be crafty about this. If I pulled out a negative 2, well then those cancel, and I get an n. 2 negatives make a positive, so 14 divided by 2 is 7. And now they do match. So you got to be careful. Especially when you're doing those IXLs, we've learned today in class that we are tending to forget GCF. Always, always, always check for GCF. Alright, I'm just going to look through here some of these examples. See if there's a greatest common factor one I can show you, but I may have not. I don't think. I'm just scanning real quick. Again, you can always pause the video and try these out because the answers are on the last page. I'm not seeing any with greatest common factors. Whoops. I'm not even seeing the answers. But I know they're posted online, so you can just check. Uh, just scanning. I'm not seeing any. But anyway, again, I wanted to make this video short. So, again, as always, smash that subscribe button over here or down. I really don't know. See ya.